Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today we will be showing you guys how to fold an origami football. This came from the idea of the playoffs for the 2020-2021 season in the NFL, which are happening right now. And anyways, let's get started. So this model is fairly complex. You might want a bit of experience with origami, so you could check out some of my easier videos and slowly ramp up the difficulty. But if you're in for a challenge, let's do this. So we're going to begin white side up, and I would suggest having orange or brown as the paper for the football because that's the color footballs are usually. But feel free to choose whatever color you want. If you want a purple football or a red football or a yellow football, it's up to you. So anyways, we're going to begin by folding it horizontally in half. Make sure that your folds are precise and crease sharply. Okay, now unfold and we're going to repeat on the other side. So folding it horizontally in half. Okay, and crease sharply. Now we're going to unfold and fold it diagonally in half, both ways. So, like so. Make sure that your folds are precise. Oh, I need to correct my fold a bit. And crease sharply. Now I'm going to unfold and repeat in the other direction. Okay, now we're going to unfold and we're just going to rotate it like this. And now we're going to fold this edge to the middle. So it's going to be a diagonal fold. We're going to be bisecting it right here, and it's going to look just like this. And crease sharply. And then we're going to unfold and repeat on the other side. So edge to edge, bisecting the crease, folding it to the middle, whatever you want to call it, and crease sharply. Now we're going to repeat this action on the other side, the left side. So we're going to take the edge and we're going to fold it to this middle crease. I'm going to rotate the paper so that the position of my hands is easier to fold. And crease sharply. These are valley folds, folding it forward, and then a mountain fold is the opposite, folding it backwards. Just a little tip. So now we're repeating it again, folding the edge to the middle crease. It's helpful to know these basic folds because then if you have like an origami book or something like that, then you'll be able to read the diagrams and the steps more easily. Okay, I'm going to correct my fold a bit and crease sharply. Okay, now we're going to unfold and we are going to do a rabbit ear. So this is going to look like these points coming together. So we're making a fold here, here, and here. So let me show that. Should look something like this. And we're going to flatten one way. And fold it the other way. Now we're going to repeat that on this side. So bring all three folds together. And crease sharply, folding it both ways. Okay, now we're going to form the laces. So we're going to begin on this flap and fold it up to this point. And we're going to flatten, crease sharply. Okay. And now we are going to unfold. And now we are going to open up this pocket here. And we're going to do a squash fold. So essentially squashing it down so that this line aligns with this crease. So that's a symmetrical fold. And it should look something like this. Okay, now we have this fold right here. I'm not sure if you could see it. This was formed in a previous step, the one that we just did. This step. Okay, and now we're going to fold up on this, opening up the pocket. And the model should be 3D. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pinch right here and just keep on pinching, and then keep on pinching till the line right here aligns with this line, so basically its own fold. And we're going to squash it, and we want this to be parallel to this line, and we want this line to be on top of this line. So it should look something like that. See how it's on top of this line, and this line is parallel to this line. And repeat that right here. So making the line on top of it and parallel to this line. And then we're just going to squash it. Just like this. And then fold it both ways. Okay, now this step is a bit tricky. We're going to fold this edge up to this edge like this, and we're going to bring two flaps. So basically pinch right here and then fold it up, aligning it with this edge. And again, the model is going to be 3D. And right here, you see this? We're going to flatten that and pinch it right there. Okay? And now we're going to align this crease with this edge, essentially flattening out the model like this, and then pinch right here. And then we're going to flatten it, aligning it with the line. Okay, and now we're going to crease it. So it should look something like this. And then we're going to fold up between these 2 points. Just a valley fold up like this. And crease sharply. Okay, now we're going to tuck this behind. Just behind these 2 points onto this point. Just a mountain fold. Basically, mountain folding it in half. Okay, now we're going to fold the flap to the left. And now we are going to fold this part into thirds. So we're going to fold this edge so that the amount of white we have right here is equal to the amount of orange we have between this line and where the white lands. So I'll show you what that looks like. It should look something like that. So the white has an even amount of space with this orange. And now we're going to fold it over again. Make sure that you wrap the layers tightly so that it doesn't go over the line. So like that, and align with the crease. Should look something like that. And fold it over again. And then flatten. Okay, now we're going to repeat that here. So fold the flap over and then fold it into a third like that, aligning the white with the amount of orange, and then valley fold it over again. and then fold it over one more time, and then flatten. It's okay if this part isn't completely flat. Based on the thickness of the paper, it's not gonna be perfect, but if you have something like this, it's fine. It'll make a football. Okay, so we're gonna repeat that all on the other side. So I'll fold it to the left because that's what I was doing before. And then fold this point to this tip, or this tip to this point, and crease sharply. I'm gonna go a bit faster with this. It's okay if you want to slow down the video or speed it up if I'm going too slow. But yeah, just go at your own pace. So we're squashing it and flattening this point, aligned with this point. And now we're going to fold up on this line. And then we're going to align these two lines with these, folding them on top of each other, and the line should be parallel to these two. So it should look something like that. And then we're gonna squash right here, and then fold it to one side and the other. And we are going to fold this edge to this crease, and then pinch it right here. You can also rewind to where I started it because I was going slower then. It'll be easier, and then you can catch up with us. Alright, now we're just gonna pinch it right there. So I'll show that again if you missed it. Fold this edge up to this line and then pinch right here and fold it back up, and then we're pinching here. And now we're going to flatten it onto the middle, and now we're going to valley fold it back up, and we're going to mountain fold it behind, like so. And now we're going to fold the flap over and fold it into thirds. Make sure that the white and the orange is even, like that. And fold over again, and then fold it into the thirds. White should be even with the orange. Fold it over again, and then fold it back over one more time. So you should have two laces that look just like this. And now we're going to continue with the other laces. So there are going to be 4 more laces. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 pairs of laces, so 2 more pairs of laces. And then it will end up looking like this. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to turn the model over, and this has a lot of estimating involved. We're going to fold this point over 1/3. Okay, so what I mean by this is if you split this into thirds, if you split this half into thirds, you'd be folding on the first third. Somehow my line aligned with this crease, but don't fold it over this crease. It's not the exact point that we want to fold it to. So this is a lot of estimating, guys. I don't expect you to get the full thirds right. If you do, I mean, that's great. You're gonna have a very accurate model, but it's okay if it's not perfect. So I suspect that my model may have thirds somewhere like this. So I'm gonna just crease it right here. See that the amount of space here is equal to here, basically. Okay, now we're going to crease sharply, and we are going to unfold. Now we're going to turn the model over and flip it this way because it's easier for me to use. And now this is also involved estimating. You can use a pencil. I'll just show you guys because it'll be easier for you guys to see. If there were a line that continued here, let's see if this pencil actually works. It would be something like this, and then it would be right here. Shoot, this pencil doesn't work. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'll just use this marker real quick. So if it carried over the line, it would touch right about here. That's it. And I'm just gonna mark it like that. You can just estimate it. That's what I did before, but it'll be easier for you guys to see. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we want to fold this point over onto this imaginary line. So we're going to use this point, and you're going to fold on this point and align this edge with the imaginary line. Like that. I think that looks pretty good. And we're going to crease it sharply here, and then valley fold it over completely, and then flatten right here on the second flap. And we should have a fold that looks like this. Okay, now we're going to repeat that on the other side. So basically, if you want, you can mark it. I'll just mark it because I did it on the other one, and I think it'll be easier for you guys to see. So I'll mark right there. And then find that imaginary line right here. And then fold this point so that it aligns on that imaginary line. It should look something like that. And then fold it over, and then valley fold the rest of it and crease everything sharply. And go over all the creases so that nothing pops out and makes any wrinkles. Let me get all the air out of the paper. Okay, now we can unfold it. And it looks pretty even to me. The folds look pretty good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, I'll just finish these laces. So we're gonna keep this fold, so it should naturally, if you fold it this way, the flaps will come out. And now we're just going to fold it so that the laces have their equal amount of size around like this. So you can find where that is, and then if you want, you could mark it again. I'm just going to estimate. So it'll look like this. If you want to mark it, you could just put a point like wherever it is, like pre-crease, and then put a mark. But I'm just going to estimate it. And whoops. And then we're going to crease sharply and flatten right here. Oh, let me correct that. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that on the other side. Creasing sharply and then flattening the lace. And it should look something like this. Hopefully that is okay. Oh, looks a bit crooked. Let me fix that real quick. Alrighty. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this point to the middle crease. Like so. And we're going to crease sharply. Just like this. And now we're going to reverse that crease. So instead of a valley fold, we're doing a mountain fold. Just like this. And now we're going to turn the model over. And this is where the model is going to become 3D. So we're going to align this edge with this edge. So we're going to put a finger in this pocket. And we're going to be valley folding this edge along this edge. Or this fold along this edge. Then we're going to be creasing sharply right here. Like that. Put your nail in it to make a sharp crease. And now we're going to unfold and repeat that on the other side. So align the fold with the edge, or the edge with the edge. and crease sharply. And now unfold. And now we're going to do that with both. So you could go like that and then put your finger in the other one and get it out like that. And now we're going to fold it up and flatten it. It should look something like this. And we're just going to unfold this flap, and it should look something like this. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to mount and fold this point so that it comes right there. So this is basically should look like this, and then just tuck it under so that it hits the point, and it should look something like this. Alright, okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to fold this. So we're going to fold this part. We have it like this, and we need to mount and fold it right here and right there. So let's do that. Just grab the point. Tweezers will be helpful. I'm just going to use my fingers because I don't need tweezers. But feel free to use tweezers if you're having a bit of trouble. So you're not going to fold it all the way here. It'll just be like this, because remember, we're doing this on two sides. Here, I could afford to fold it a bit more though. So don't fold it all the way, otherwise the lace will probably be too big and the proportion probably won't be completely right. But fold it, I don't know, it's basically to taste. Whatever you think feels right, looks right. Okay, and now it should look something like that. And now we are going to repeat that on the other side. So now the football is coming to life. We just need to repeat it on the other side and shape it. So we're going to fold it into thirds again. So turn it over. And remember, this is estimating thirds. You do not need to get it perfect. So just like this. And then should be something like that. Oh, I just realized that you could fold it to this point that you just made. Right there. And then it'll be the perfect crease. And do that. Let's see if it is. I can fold it right here. You guys don't need to do this, I'm just testing it out. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright. So, again, something like this. And then pretty sharply. And now we're going to unfold. And we're going to find that imaginary line again. I'll get out my marker just so it's easier for you guys to see. Okay, and then again on this side, and it should look something like that. And now we're going to find that imaginary line right here, and then I'm going to rotate it this way so it's easier for me to fold, and fold it on this imaginary point, aligning this line with the imaginary line that runs through this. And it should be something like that. And now we're going to crease sharply on the inside right here, and then fold it back on this point that we just created, and then valley fold the whole thing. And now we're going to repeat that on the other side. So unfold this and find that imaginary line right here, and then fold this point on that imaginary line, crease sharply on the inside, and valley fold the whole thing, creasing right here to finish the crease. So like that. And now we are going to have a fold like this. Okay, and again, you can estimate if you want to. That's what I'm going to do, or you can use a marker. So just find the length or the width of the laces and just fold on that crease where you think it is. So valley fold it up like this, then you're going to have these pockets and we're going to squash them down. So like that. And now we're going to fold this point to the middle crease right there. Crease sharply, unfold, and we're going to reverse the crease, not unfolding it. And now I'm going to turn the model over and fold this crease, this edge, to this crease, opening up the pocket and folding it up like this, aligning it with this edge and creasing sharply, and then unfolding and repeating it right here. So edge to edge and creasing sharply on the inside. Now unfold, and we're going to do that on both sides. So just open it up, just like that. And now we're going to fold it up and crease sharply. Okay, now we're going to unfold this flap. Like this, should look like that. And we're going to mount and fold it in half. So open up the pocket. Again, you can slow down or speed up based on whether I'm going too fast or too slow for you. Okay, should look something like that. And crease sharply. And now we are going to form these laces. So open up the pocket. You can use tweezers if you want. And just mount and fold it like this. Okay. And now repeat that on the other side. So it should look something like that. Okay, and now we're going to finish off the laces. So just mount and fold every single one of them the same way that you did these. But it's easier because you don't have an inner pocket that's hidden. So just mount and fold every single one of them. Feel free to pause the video or speed it up or whatever. I know this takes a bit of time for me. So okay, two more. Okay, last one. And I'm just going to mount and fold it, just like that. And now we have our laces of the football. I'm just going to crease everything sharply so that I don't have to redo the folds at the end if they come undone. So it should look like something like this. And now we're basically going to shape the football. If you want, you could simply draw the oval that you want. I'm just going to estimate it. So basically, from something like this football is going to be a bit bigger than the other one because I used the bigger paper. But yeah, we're going to be mount and folding this just like that. So this point through this point. And again, this is all to taste. You could do something different than me. I just find this the most effective strategy. So we're going to do that on all 4 points. There. And there. Like this. And now all we have to do is round this out. There are various ways to do this. I'm just going to fold it something like this. Again, this is all to taste. Just do whatever you want to. You do not have to copy me. I'm just doing something that I think will have it end up looking somewhat like a football, hopefully. Should look something like that. And then we're going to fold it down just like this. And then just rounding it out. This is just basically the end of the football. So you don't have to keep on watching the video if you know what to do. I'm just gonna finish shaping it, and then just basically finish this off. You could pause the video or skip ahead or click on something else now that you know how to finish off the football. But once I finish this, then we have a football. So anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're able to fold it. If not, I hope you at least enjoyed watching me make it. Have fun watching the playoffs. Go Packers, not because I like them, but because I like Aaron Rodgers. Anyways, CZM Origami out. Peace, guys.